What's up, you guys? Thanks for making it back to my channel. To start off this look, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer on a flat concealer brush and clean up underneath my eyebrows. I already went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera to save some time. So yeah, just cleaning up underneath the brow. Then I'm going to go in and prime my lid with that same eye primer. Alright, to set my lid, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and start to pack the product into my lid to get it to set. This brush is a Motor Pro Precision Angle brush. And I don't set my eye base with powder. The reason is because your shadows are going to show up a lot more pigmented if it's on a wet base. For eyeshadows today, I'm going to start off with my Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette on a packing brush. And I'm just going to take the shade and start packing it into the crease. And since we are doing a winged out shape today, I'm going to make sure to wing the shadow out past my lid. Okay, so next I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette and taking the shade, the black shade in the palette called Noir, something like that. I don't know. And I'm just going to put that over top the first shade just to deepen it up a little bit. You always want to make sure that your crease has a lot of dimension. So next I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. This one is the BH Cosmetics number 7 brush. It's from their Crystal Quartz palette. And just blend out that brown shade. Then I'm going to bust out my Huda Beauty nude palette. And I'm going to take the shade Spanked from the palette on a BH Cosmetics number 2 tapered brush. It's from their Smoky Eye set. And we're just going to start blending that shade over top the first shade. Just to start blending out those rough edges. I know a lot of people's problem is they just add one shade, blend it out, and then, wonder why they don't have any dimension in the look. You always want to blend together multiple shades to create dimension in your look. Okay guys, at this point we are just going back and forth between Spanked and Privacy. Like I said, just to blend the two shades together accurately and make sure that all the shades are pigmented and show up well in the look and well blended together. So at this point we're just going back and forth between the two shades to make sure they're nice and blended out. Now it's time to cut the crease. Once you've got your crease nice and blended and pigmented and saturated. So I'm going to take that same Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer on a small flat concealer brush. And yeah, just start cutting the crease. So I just go off my natural shape of my eye basically. You want to take your time with this. I can't stress enough how important it is that you're taking your time, making sure that the shape is nice, your lines are crisp and sharp. And yeah, guys, just take your time with this step here. Okay, once your crease is cut, it's time to start setting that lid. So as you can see, I'm doing an ombre. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, the shade Noir. It's just that black shade from the palette. And I'm going to start packing that on the tail end of the cut crease. The brush I'm using here is a BH Cosmetics number 12 brush. It's a lip brush from their Lavish Elegance set. And I'm just going to take the shadow maybe a quarter way into the end of the lid. After that, I'm going to go into my Huda Beauty nude palette, and I'm going to take the shade Love Bite from the palette on that same brush and start packing that next to the black shade and blending those shades together, just by going back and forth between each shadow. And I'm going to take that shade about halfway into the lid. Alrighty, for our next shade, I'm going to go back into the Huda Beauty nude palette, and I'm going to take the shade Tickle on that same brush that we've been using for the lid, and I'm going to pack it about a quarter of the way in. Right next to that shade, same palette, I'm going to take the shade Daydream, and I'm going to pack that into the inner corner of the lid there. Okay, for the white line in the crease, I just took my NYX matte liquid liner in the shade Blanc. It's just a white eyeliner, and I'm just going to draw that where the crease meets the eyeshadow. So yeah, again, just take your time with this step here. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for the lid right now. I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara. The mascara that I'm using is the Worth the Hype mascara by NYX Cosmetics. And I'm going to go ahead and add some lashes on later on anyways. So I'm just going to add a few coats here. The lashes I'm using today are my favorite. They are my crystal lashes in the style Selena, and I'm going to use my Duo Lash Glue in the shade White to apply them. I just apply them with my fingers. If you're a beginner, then I would apply them with some tweezers or a lash applicator or something like that. Alright guys, now it's time to prime the face. I'm going to start out with my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over my face and blend it out with my fingers. This product helps really well with minimizing your pores, evening out your skin tone if you have like any redness or anything like that. So I definitely really love this product. Priming is really important to, your face is basically a canvas, so you always want to prime or prep the skin. For my next primer, I'm going to go in with my Becca First Light priming filter. But I'm going to blend this one out using a brush. This is just a unicorn brush that I got online. And this is going to help hydrate my skin, make it look dewy and glowy and stuff like that. For foundation today, I'm going to go in with my Face Tape foundation by Tarte Cosmetics. And I believe this is in the shade Light Medium Sand. And I'm going to blend that out using my Beauty Blender by Real Techniques. Always make sure that your beauty blender is damp, or you can spray it with a setting spray or something like that. But the best way is to just dampen it with some water. You don't want it to be soaking wet, but it should definitely be damp. Okay, to conceal today, I'm going to use my Kokie Cosmetics Be Bright Illuminating Concealer in the shade Beige. I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and sometimes I do it on my forehead. I guess I skipped that today. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that out using my damp beauty blender. Typically, I like for my concealer to be a few shades lighter than my foundation. So this was a little bit dark for me, but we're going to go ahead and roll with it anyways. To set my face, I went in with my Milk Makeup Blur and Set Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. And to apply that, I used my number 2 and number 4 brushes by BH Cosmetics from their Lavish Elegance set. The small one is for any hard to reach areas, and then the bigger one is for the larger perimeters of my face. To bronze today, I went in with my NYX Cosmetics matte bronzer in the shade Deep Tan, and I applied that with my BH Cosmetics number 3 buffing brush, and this was also from their Crystal Quartz brush set. I apply my bronzer in the hollows of my cheeks. You can apply it to your nose, your forehead, or your jawline. But I typically just apply it to the hollows of my cheeks. Right after that, I'm going to go ahead and set all those liquids and powders together with my NYX Cosmetics Bear With Me Multitasking Spray. You can prime your face with this spray. You can set your face with this spray. It does all kinds of things. I really love it. But yeah, always make sure that you set your base. All right, so now I'm going to start working on my lower lash line. Starting out with my Naked Cherry palette. Starting out with the shade, what is this shade again? Privacy, sorry. With the shade Privacy, I'm going to start packing that on the lower lash line with my BH Cosmetics smudger brush. Then I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty nude palette, using the shade Spanked to blend that out. Then I'm going to take a pencil brush and apply the shade Tickle from the nude palette into my waterline. For highlighter, I took my Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Highlighting Powder in the shade Prismatic Amethyst, and I used my BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlighting Brush to apply it to my cheekbones, my chin, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead. Okay, so last but not least is the lips. So for lips today, I used my Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Muse. And I just used my applicator to apply it basically, and I'm going to overline my lips very slightly. just so my lips look just a little bit fuller here. And that is it for the look, guys. I hope that you really enjoyed this anti-Valentine's Day look. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. And if you watched it, thank you so very much. Bye, guys.